So I'm here with Boon Boon, and I'm just wondering, Boon Boon, how old were you when the Khmer Rouge came into power in Cambodia?
In that time, in 1975 to 1979, I was 15 years old. When the Khmer Rouge win on 17 April, and 3 days later, they have a motor trailer, and they standing on it, and the announcement hold in Cambodia. And they said that please the people out from Cambodia, from the city, to living at the countryside, and they looking for the enemy. In that time, we out from the city to living in the countryside, and my parents, they made a small cart to take something like porridge, like rice, pottery, we, because we out from the city. When we out at the countryside, one day the chief of the village, they call all of us to meeting, and then they said that um, from 15 years old can be adult, so work at the field. In that time, we work every day without breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Lunch and dinner is not steamed rice, porridge all day. Most of the people got skinny because we didn't have enough food to eat. Especially grand, my grand, my grandfather, right? And he passed away by his body is swollen, swollen. In that time, we didn't have medicine at all. If you got sick, for example, like you got fever, and we take the coin or the money to scratch on the skin, and later, the blood come out, because we have no choice. Sometimes I got a headache, like I take the candle like this, and I burn it, and I put in here. One, sometimes I did it three, 1, 2, 3, but does not make sense. It, we have no choice, we have to do it. So everyone, when they got sick, 80% pass away. Sometimes they took them to go to the hospital, but hospital everywhere, like the office or something like that. When the people got sick, 80% pass away because they didn't have in a good medicine, so they take the water from the coconut, inject you only. They don't care. They're asking you what is how you sick or something like that. And then, for example, I told them fever or headache, they just take the water from the coconut, inject you, that's all. During we work at the field, we so hungry during 11:30. Sometimes when we work very slow, they always warning all of the labor, please work faster than this. Sometimes if you don't follow his idea, one day 80% they kill you because you don't follow his idea. Sometimes when I around 11:30, sometimes I looking for the crab. Crab, it always live nearby a small dam. Sometimes I took my hand to take a crab from from the hole. Sometimes the snake living in, it bite me, and then I took my hands running away. Right now I got nightmare very often because of the snake bite me, and a lot of leeches. During the you transplanting, right? Sometimes the leeches bite you, and I always scaring it as well, because leech, when you touch it, very very hard to touch it, because too ugly.
And you mentioned you used to get malaria quite often. How about the doctors at the time? Were the doctors helpful, or were the doctors considered to be the enemy?
No doctor at all, and older than me, they said that you better take the betel leaf to boil it and then you drink it. Malaria, we have betel tree. We take the leaf, and we pulling, and then we take the water to drink it. That's a good medicine as well.
Because is it fair to say that occupations like doctors and teachers, they were considered to be the enemy by the Khmer Rouge?
After 1979, in that time, the government always capture me to be the soldier. Sometimes they vote in the village. Sometimes when you pick the lottery from the small pot tree, if you got like this, like that, you can be the soldier. You cannot against with the government. But one day, I and my friend, they got a good salary, so they can be the soldier, but it's not me. And also, I scaring of the war, and I running from my village to leave the other village. Like they want me to be the soldier, and they send us too far away, like Thai border. So in that time, a lot of soldier were killed because of how to speak in English. They got sick. No medicine at all.
Yep.
In 1980 or 81, maybe around like that. Because in that time, even now is 49 years. Sometimes I forget. You have seen the war memorial cemetery already, right? Not yet.
Yes, I have. Yes.
Yeah. So I took you to go there and see, because a lot of private soldier and lieutenant were killed in that time. I think it's 8,836 private soldier, including a lieutenant general.
And did you lose any family members as a direct result of the fighting, or mainly through medical issues?
During Pol Pot, during 1975 to 1979, I lose two old brother were killed in that time. My old brother, when the Khmer Rouge came, and then the announcement hold the Siem Reap city, and my father told him, please go to make confession, because you are the soldier. One day my father made the card, and a lot of pottery, bowl, rice, or something like that. And then, they out from my house because my house in here, and then Khmer Rouge office in here, like that, on road number 6. Maybe they maybe 1 hour they go to the Khmer Rouge office. Then they send his wife back home, and his wife said that they don't need me. They need only my husband. Then around 6:30, they arrested all of them, maybe to kill around in the jungle on the backside of my house. Because in the time that place is the front line fought each other between the Khmer Rouge and the government who was to control in 1970 to 1975. First, they kill all of educated people by AK-47 and M16 made from United States. They killed them by gun, and after that they kill educated people by whole handle, sometimes long knife. They kill from here to the top only. I saw you already in killing field, right?
Yes.
Because small skeleton, 80% whole family, especially talented lady singer. Before they kill all of them, they make them suffering first, raping, then took the heart to eat it. Gallbladder, they took gallbladder to drink it with Cambodian wine. And also my relative, three family of my relative. The first family, only one person survived. Second family, 2 people survived. The third family fed by the crocodile when we came back. For example, like my parents, we didn't know each other. My parents, they came to the city different way, and I came from the countryside different way. So my parents came in our house first and looking for the children, and we waiting until my old brother didn't come, so disappeared. In that time, the Vietnam army, they call all of the people to meeting, and they said that, and they go to the village and ask the family, how many member in your family pass away. In the time, my mother said, I lose two sons because all of them are soldiers. Especially, my old brother, he worked at the field with me. He know by himself. We work at the field, maybe we have the camp, we had the camp, one camp, and we stay all together. And my old brother, he know by himself. If he running away from our family, they kill all of us. So they waiting until the Khmer Rouge took him to kill. When we work at the field, my old brother always patting my head. In that time I was 16 or 17 years old. I didn't pay attention about him because he know by himself. One day the Khmer Rouge took him to kill. In that time I didn't see my old brother that they arrested him because I asking him, and I would like to go to my house to see my parents. Then they took them to kill, maybe at the temple, Lole Temple. Lole Temple is the base of the Khmer Rouge in 1975 to 1979. Then I didn't, too young for me, and I running away from my village to live the other village. When I walk into the lake in the time of wet season, I saw 3 or 4 people walk in front of me, but I screwed down with the small hill like that. You can see the small hill like that.
Yep.
Yeah. So they walk the other side, and I sit in here. When they walk in here like that, and I move from here with my old brother. So I live there. Then I safety. And in that time, my uncle. No. Uncle, no. Cousin, or I'm not sure about that. He was a chief of the village. So I running away from my village to live with him. That's why I still survive. But we didn't know exactly with my parents. Maybe we didn't know exactly in the time.
And you mentioned about temple a little while ago. What about places such as Angkor Wat? Were they left alone, or were they used by the Khmer Rouge?
In 1975, all of the temple in Angkor complex, no maintenance. So quiet. Nobody, I'm not sure about that, but mostly nobody to see that. Like pagoda, like a lot of houses in the city, they destroy all of them. And my house is still remaining, luckily. When we came back, we had the house to stay in 1979. And in that time, very hard for the local people when we out to the city. Most of the people living nearby the road, each side. And we didn't have the bathroom. A lot of shit nearby the road, like this, like that, like this, like that. Maybe we didn't have the room, so we pulling something, and then we sit nearby. A lot. For example, like my house, like 2 meters from my house, a lot of shit, because we didn't know exactly. A lot of people came. National number road, national number 6. A lot of people live very hard.
And then, so Angkor Wat was, I think, at some stage used by the Khmer Rouge as a base, because it was considered to be sort of fortified. Is that correct?
Yeah. And some of the temple can be, we call Ta Sam Temple. Ta Sam Temple, it became a Khmer Rouge hospital. And the root run over the faces of the Buddhas, the they cut in Pol Pot regime as well. You know the road running the face to the. I think you can buy the postcard. You will see the root of the tree running over the face of the Buddha.
Yep.
In that time, but you didn't see that temple. We call Tasam temple. It was built by the king Jayavaraman VII, who was built by Yon temple. But I think all of the temple no one to see. Nobody at all. Maybe quiet and no maintenance as well. Every temple. Okay, during 1980, during maybe since 1981, I think, I out from the Siem Reap city to live at the countryside because the government captured me to be the soldier. So I running from my village to live the other village, like more than 20 kilometers, and I stayed 1 week in front of the, I think in front of the, you know, like how to speak in English. You know, for example, we attack each other, you and me attack each other. So I stay in here and the Khmer Rouge on the other side. In that time, you know, a lot of Khmer Rouge disturb, the shooting come or something like that. We protect each other. I stay in there 1 week, so scared for me. And then I running back to my village, and I asked my old brother. I asked my old brother-in-law because he was a policeman. I asking him, can I be police with you? And he said, it's okay, you can be a police because police work in the city, it's not out. So I was a policeman in 1980 for 1 year, and then I resigned because when I was a policeman, no salary at all. They give us 16 kg of rate, only, no salary at all. So I resigned. In the time I resigned my job, and then I can be a photographer. No, it's not. When I resigned, I have a small business from my father. I take the ice from the factory to sell in the city. Then I was married with my wife in 1985. In that time, if you are single, you have to be the soldier. If you married already, it's okay. In 1985, I married with my wife. I didn't like her because I don't want to be the soldier. So I had to marry with her, and we married already. I was a photographer. It's not fall in love. And also in 1975, you cannot choose your wife. No, the chief of the village pulling you. Okay, you married with this lady. You cannot again with them. Okay. So my old brother as well. You know, we standing like one line from here, and the other side from that the lady. So we walk like that, okay, and then take the hand, Okay, you can be my buddy. And the chief of the village said that, especially lady, if tonight, if you 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 don't give to make loud or something, 80% I kill you. You know, a lot of us, we call uh, a lot of commando in the village, a lot of commando, and they always patrolling at night. Especially, you have to take care about your talking. If you're talking about politics, 100% kill.
And is it true that you were married at Angkor Wat?
Yeah, in front of Angkor Wat temple. When we came back, you can stay everywhere. Whole in Cambodia, you can stay, you can choose. But it's not my own house. My wife parent. So when I married, I live with them in front of Angkor Wat temple.
And yesterday, when we were lucky enough to go around Angkor Wat and have a look, there appeared to be bullet holes in a lot of the stonework.
Yeah.
So that was the site of some of the fighting, was it, at Angkor Wat?
Yes, exactly. That I show you the hole from the bullet. Some of the column, they fit it, but still remaining, right? Yeah, you can take the picture.
So the Khmer Rouge used Angkor Wat as a base type setup.
Yeah. Like a trenches for them, very strong, like a big gun. You can shooting the big gun into Angkor Wat temple, but I think it's okay because of the sandstone.
And because it had the moat around it, that also made it harder for people to come in and attack them.
Yeah.
And one of the other sites nearby, Bakeng Temple, up on the mountain top.
Bakeng Temple in 1973, the Khmer Rouge took artillery up there and shooting to the city. Sometime when the flight landing to the airport, 5 minutes later they shooting from the Bakeng mountain to the airport. In that time the government stopped. They don't use the old airport again. So we have a new airport in the city. Very hard for the local people, like 4 kilometers each side. You cannot out to Angkor Wat temple. Like the people living in the city, but food mostly we import from Phnom Penh by airplane. My father, he make a business from the lake. He took the fish from the lake to sell at Siem Reap market, old market in here. Sometime on the way, a lot of Khmer Rouge stop him and ask some money. Took some fish from him as well. Very hard. Then in the city, smaller. For example, if you go to the east, maybe 1 kilometer from the King's Palace. You know King Palace, right?
Yes.
Yeah, maybe 1 kilometer from the King Palace. That is the front line. Fought each other between the Khmer. And in that time, the government pulled them away, and we can walk from the city like 3 or 4 kilometers from the city, larger than before. And I always standing, because standing with my mother, watching on the backside of Angkor Wat temple. They fought each other because we sent the bullet running like this, like that. Maybe the temple I took you to see. Wat Praen Khao Say temple.
Yes, yes.
That place fought each other between the Khmer Rouge and the government soldier. I saw with my mother, and I standing at night especially, and also when we have dinner and lunch. You invite me to having lunch yesterday. I don't want to have lunch with you because I always eat very fast. My mother already told me eat fast because Khmer Rouge come. So it's not like you have lunch and you talking each other, but no, it's my style. When I have lunch.
Yeah, you had to eat fast because you didn't know when you were going to have to run for your life, basically.
Yeah. Always during my generations, always eat food very fast because of the parents teach. Eating fast, please, because Khmer come at night, especially. Lunch is okay, but dinner, we have a trenches underneath of the house. We have the trenches easily. When the Khmer Rouge came and shooting the artillery, we running to the trenches nearby.
Had your own bomb shelter basically underneath your house.
Right.
And what about when the day came that the Khmer Rouge was overthrown and the government was back in control? What are your memories of that?
Maybe I don't understand. So again, please.
So finally Pol Pot was overthrown.
Yeah.
What are your earliest memories of that? How did you find out and how did life change for you?
Oh, very hard. And when from 1970 to 1975, we wake up, breakfast, and we go to school. Always wake up, breakfast, go to school. They're different from 1975 to 1979. Wake up, without breakfast, work very hard, especially at the field, transplanting rate. Sometimes we didn't have enough water to drink. Sometimes I drink the water from the field during the wet season. Some part of Cambodian country, we didn't have the water wheel because underneath of the ground, no water supply. So we drink the water from the field. For example, like a lot of wheat. We took our hand to do like this, the wheat away, and then we drink it from like this. That's why I got a lot of malaria when I came back from 1979. 10 times. I got injection, very hard injection. Like one time like 100 injection, and the other 100 injection when we came back from 1979. But before that, I drinking Cambodian medicine, the leaf, betel leaf. We take the leaf to pull it, to pulling, and then we take the water to drink it. That good as well. Most of the people do it right now. Even my mother-in-law, when she got sick, she don't want to see the doctor. She looking for someone to predict it. Like the spirit of for example, the spirit of my ancestor, the spirit from my mother. the the fortune teller told you, your mother's period. You didn't offering some food, some fruit when you have lunch, dinner. The people mostly do it right now when they have breakfast, lunch, dinner. Sometimes the people pick a little bit food and they take the paper and then they put in here, like before they have it. During my generation, my mother, my parents, they don't allow me to take the food first. We sit and waiting for my parents. When my parents take it first, and then we can do it after that. This is a Cambodian style. The Khmer Rouge is running away from the city on road number 6. So this is in Siem Reap city. Sometimes they live with Thai border. And that I told you, Khmer Rouge very strong and very brave. They, when they fight, maybe they took some medicine or something like that. And now the government, they don't mind all of them. They just took the leader in 1975 to 1979 in jail. That's all. Normal soldier, they release them to back home, and they can make their business.
So you have friends now who were Khmer Rouge soldiers back during that time?
I don't know all of them, but because I scaring of them. In 1980, the Khmer Rouge came in the city and fought each other, and they go very close, because in the village they go very close into my house, and in that time I running away. I into the bathroom. I don't want to see him. I don't want to see him because they are very brave. Sometimes when they saw you, they kill you by gun. So I don't want to see all of them. They came in my house in 1980 in the city. They fight. They fought in each other. But when they out, Khmer Red Army very smart. When they into the city and fought each other, when they go back, they put landmine after that, because they worry about the government soldier. When you pulling them, you step on landmine. Khmer Red very smart,
And yeah, even today, still many landmines killing and injuring people.
Yeah.
Well, Boon Boon, thank you so much for sharing your story with me.
Thank you.
I think a lot of people would just be astounded at some of the things that you've had to live through in your life, and for you to sit down and share it with me, I thank you very much. So
Thank you. Okay.